Damn it, Steve. This sucks.
Vibrantly colorful both visually and metaphorically, these characters could only accurately be described as Wes Andersonian.
What does that mean, over?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
For a little while.
And today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 greatest Wes Anderson characters.
Still holding your position open for you.
For this list, we're only looking at big screen characters originally created by Wes Anderson.
So that's why you came here.
While we do love Mr. Fox, he and fellow characters from Fantastic Mr. Fox will be excluded from this list, as the film is based on Roald Dahl's 1970 novel.
You really are kind of a quote-unquote fantastic fox.
I try.
The ones on our list are truly Wes Anderson's best characters, and being such, it should come as no surprise that they are highly likely to be socially awkward and exceptionally endearing.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh, shit, man.
Number 10. Francis Whitman, The Darjeeling Limited.
Let's go get a drink and smoke a cigarette.
Francis is protective of his two recently estranged younger brothers, Jack and Peter, both of whom he convinces into embarking on a spiritual quest through India.
I want us to make this trip a spiritual journey where each of us seek the unknown and we learn about it. Can we agree to that?
However, the real reason behind the journey, which is initially unbeknownst to the younger siblings, is that they are actually going to find their long-absent mother.
I hired a private detective to track down Mom. She's living in a convent in the foothills of the Himalayas. We'll be there in 6 days.
Francis is physically memorable for having his face covered in bandages throughout the film as a result of injuries he sustained in a suicide attempt.
Who's Brendan?
My new assistant. He's going to place an updated schedule under our doors every morning of all the spiritual places and temples that we need to see.
But he's also memorable and iconic for his personality. Notoriously micromanaging, right down to his brother's schedules and their choice of food, Francis goes to extreme lengths to keep his family together, which also makes him disconcertingly delightful.
Let's go get a drink and smoke a cigarette.
Number 9. Margo Tenenbaum, The Royal Tenenbaums.
I'm adopted, did you know that?
Margo is the only female of the Tenenbaum children. She became the family's black sheep during childhood, thanks to her father Royal's constant reminders that she was adopted.
Her father had always noted this when introducing her.
This is my adopted daughter, Margo Tenenbaum.
Because of such isolation, Margo has led a wildly mysterious life, her most long-standing secret being she is a closet smoker.
How long have you been a smoker? 22 years.
She's unhappily married, maintains an off-and-on eccentric affair with childhood friend Eli Cash, and eventually falls in love with her non-blood related brother Richie.
I love you. I love you too.
Margo's a complex character that doesn't try to live by typical social norms, while her seeming indifference makes her all the more amazing and fit for our list.
I think we're just gonna have to be secretly in love with each other and leave it at that, Richie.
Number 8. Suzy Bishop, Moonrise Kingdom.
They found the campfire. Rats! I should have put more pine needles on it. Let's go.
This comedy drama follows 12-year-old Suzy, who is the oldest child of the Bishop family, and her pen pal love interest, Sam Shakusky.
Very good. You know a lot about camping, don't you? My khaki scouts don't train for. Well, anyway, I used to be.
Unhappy with her quarrelsome parents, Suzy runs away from home with Sam, who is an orphan fleeing his khaki scout troop and uncaring foster home. Suzy comes from a sheltered home. She longs to escape reality, as reflected in her obsession with reading. She steals books from her local library. Not one to let obstacles hinder her, Suzy even stabs a khaki scout with scissors to ensure she and Sam can escape.
I love you, but you don't know what you're talking about. I love you too.
Suzy's sheer determination is certainly commendable, and greatly contributes to making her such an unforgettable Wes Anderson creation as well.
We're in love? You just want to be together. What's wrong with that?
Number 7. Zero Moustafa, The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Who are you?
I'm Zero, sir, the new lobby boy.
In the early 1930s, young Zero was the lobby boy of the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Why do you want to be a lobby boy?
Well, who wouldn't? At the Grand Budapest, sir. It's an institution.
Very good.
Due to his admiration for the hotel, the concierge Gustave H takes him under his wing and drags him along while fleeing authorities due to a false murder accusation.
Zero, confused.
Zero, confused indeed.
Zero is passionately dedicated to his job. However, even with a migratory visa with stage 3 worker status, Zero still gets harassed by authorities.
That's a migratory visa with stage 3 worker status, darling.
As the hotel's eventual owner, Zero only occupies his old worker quarters, even when visiting well into his old age. He's Wes Anderson's most humble character.
Hoppy Boy never provides information of that kind. You're a stone wall, understood?
Number 6. Herman Blume, Rushmore.
It's good. But let's hope it's got a happy ending.
Herman Blume is an industrialist businessman who falls in love with first-grade teacher Rosemary Cross, whom he met awkwardly through his friendship with 15-year-old Rushmore Academy student Max Fischer.
She's my Rushmore, Max.
Because of his competition with Max to win Rosemary's affection, Herman loses his unfaithful wife and jerk-jock twin sons.
Never in my wildest imagination did I ever dream I would have sons like these.
While Herman is not afraid to let his unsatisfactory world burn to the ground, he's bizarrely charming throughout his psychotic race to the bottom with Max.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm a little bit lonely these days.
This role relaunched Bill Murray's career, and no wonder. Who else could have pulled off Herman Blume better?
So you were in Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah?
Were you in the shit?
Yeah, I was in shit.
Number 5. Richie Tenenbaum, the Royal Tenenbaums. Brother of Chaz and adopted sister Margo, Richie is the most reserved of the Tenenbaum siblings.
What? I didn't say anything.
A world-class tennis player, Richie has long been in love with Margo, as can be seen in the plethora of paintings he's made since their childhood.
He turned pro at 17 and won the U.S. Nationals 3 years in a row. He kept the studio in the corner of the ballroom, but had failed to develop as a painter.
He even suffers a televised emotional meltdown during an international tennis competition, which then causes him to leave the sport.
That's 72 unforced errors for Richie Tenenbaum. He's playing the worst tennis of his life. What's he feeling right now, Tex Hayward?
I don't know, Jim. There's obviously something wrong with him.
While Richie's obsessive dedication to his sister might be a little creepy for some, in the end, he gets the girl, and a spot in our top 5. Number 4. Monsieur Gustave H, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
You filthy goddamn pockmarked fascist assholes! Take your hands off my lobby boy!
Gustave is the proud concierge of the Grand Budapest Hotel, who always maintains high standards of excellence during his time there.
Good morning, Cicero. Call the goddamn plumber.
This afternoon, Monsieur Gustave.
Will that fail, Frau Liebling?
What on earth is?
Not now.
He has had affairs with elderly female visitors, one of which, unbeknownst to him, is the hotel's owner.
I go to bed with all my friends.
Even when on the run after being falsely accused of murder, Gustave obsesses over self-image. He maintains such high expectations, even when facing danger, that his disciple Zero posthumously describes him as one of the faint glimmers of civilization left in this barbaric slaughterhouse that was once known as humanity.
You see, there are still faint glimmers of civilization left in this barbaric slaughterhouse that was once known as humanity.
While hopelessly vain, Gustave is as classy as he is likable.
What happened, my dear Zero, is I beat the living shit out of a sniveling little runt called Pinky Bandinsky, who had the gall to question my virility. Because if there's one thing we've learned from Penny Dreadfuls, it's that when you find yourself in a place like this, you must never be a candy ass.
Number 3. Royal Tenenbaum, the Royal Tenenbaums.
Who stabbed you?
He did. Well, there was a price on my head and he was a hired assassin.
Once Royal learns his wife Etheline has been asked for her hand in marriage by her accountant Henry, Royal goes to great lengths to win back his estranged family, notably by lying about having stomach cancer.
What have you got?
I got a pretty bad case of cancer.
Through deception, Royal gets closer to his family. That is, until he's found out.
Everyone's against me.
That's your fault, man.
Yeah, I know, but damn it, I want this family to love me.
While Royal eventually makes things right, it still seems fitting that his gravestone falsely proclaims he died saving his family from a sinking battleship. Overzealous and conniving, it takes Royal's entire life to do good by his family. But maybe that's exactly why we can't forget him.
Oh, I'm kidding. Call me Pappy.
Okay.
Come on, let's shag ass.
Number 2, Steve Zissou, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Zissou here.
This past middle-aged deep-sea explorer has quite the hubris and barely holds on to personal relationships outside of those beyond the crew on his boat, the Belafonte. Team Zissou.
What killed us? Frankly, I better not. I don't usually try grass.
Steve's mission is simple: to kill a jaguar shark that ate his best friend.
Now I'm going to go hunt down that shark, or whatever it is, and hopefully kill it.
While Steve may be a deadbeat potential father and isn't exactly loyal to his wife, he means well and tries to do right when necessary.
In other words, you f***ed us.
While loosely based on Jacques-Yves Cousteau, Zissou is more eccentric, even making his crew wear matching suits, right down to their Adidas-sponsored shoes, and undoubtedly a character we won't soon forget.
Supposedly, Cousteau and his cronies invented the idea of putting walkie-talkies into the helmet. But we made ours with a special rabbit ear on the top so we could pipe in some music.
Before we get to our #1 greatest Wes Anderson character,
Well, I hope you're right.
let's take a look at some of our honorable mentions.
Keep this line clear at all times. Come on.
Steve, this is my little nephew Werner. He wanted to meet you.
Let's find our man, bring him safely back to camp.
Kingsley Ned Zissou, 29, junior grade diving tech, executive producer. Energetic, spirited, youthful.
Number 1, Max Fischer, Rushmore.
I'm sorry, did someone say my name?
Max is an exuberant student who excels at extracurricular activities, but flounders in coursework. He goes to great lengths to hide the fact that he's from a poor family from others and attends the elite private academy Rushmore on scholarship, where he gets bad grades and develops an inappropriate obsession with first-grade teacher Rosemary Cross.
I don't know what you see in her. I don't think she's right for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
While maybe seemingly sociopathic, especially in his rivalry for Rosemary's affection with older industrialist Herman Blume, Max redeems himself with those he hurt through a play he wrote.
Well, I was in love with her first.
Not only is Max one of Wes Anderson's most quirky characters, he's also one of the writer and director's most endearing, which is why he tops this list.
Thank you very much.
So, do you agree with our list?
Yeah, more or less standard boilerplate, I guess.
Who are your favorite Wes Anderson characters?
Hello. Oh, Mr. Blume, this is my chapel partner, Dirk Calloway.
Nice to meet you, Dirk.
For more quirky top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Are you going up? No, I'll sit for a little while. Good night.